Hi there, my name's Chris Brown and I'm the Senior Solutions Consultant here at Locatrix. Now, workplace health and safety legislation requires that business owners develop and maintain a site-specific emergency plan for their buildings. But not only that, they have to induct every person that works in those buildings with site-specific instruction. Now, this becomes increasingly difficult when you're a business owner that manages a large portfolio of buildings with a lot of people in those buildings or a large workforce. So thankfully, Locatrix has developed a solution to this problem that is smart, cost-effective, and engaging. So the solution is called PlanSafe, and today I'm going to briefly demonstrate how it works and how it can help your business comply with these requirements. So each PlanSafe customer is set up with their own unique PlanSafe portal that is branded with their business. Staff are directed to this portal to log in and undertake the site-specific training. PlanSafe will recognize if you're a new or returning user, and we verify your identity with either a mobile phone number or email address. 195450. So that unique access code that was just sent to my mobile phone, I've entered in, and now I'm logged into the PlanSafe portal. Because I'm a returning user in this example, I need to confirm that the details that I last registered with are still current and correct, which they are. So I click yes, my details are up to date. I'm then prompted to select the locations I work at. So no locations have been added yet. I will proceed to add a location. So now I'm presented with all of the buildings that have been set up for this company's PlanSafe portal. For today's demo, I'm going to select the administration center. So I'll click add. Now at the administration center, what is my role? We have here employee and ECO member. Some other examples of some roles you might see on this page would include a visitor or a contractor or a volunteer. And the idea behind this page is that we want to tailor the training for that person based on what their role is at the facility. Because obviously a visitor is going to only receive a subset of what an employee would for that building, given how much time they spend there. So for this demo, I'm going to say I'm an employee. Save changes, and I can proceed to add further locations if I'm a transient worker. Now this is something that's quite often overlooked when you deliver training the traditional way, because more often than not, people only do training for their predominant work location, where in reality they should be doing training or receive an induction for all the locations that they work at to keep compliant. But I will, for this demo, just say that I only work at the administration center. So I'll click take me to my training. And here I land at the training dashboard. So based on the selections I've made, PlanSafe is telling me I need to complete general and first response instruction for the administration center. It's not yet completed and it's due now. So I'll click start. Now here I'm presented with all of the site-specific content that has been configured for this facility and role. Now, this slideshow navigation on the left-hand side here is completely configurable. In this demo, I'm able to jump to any part of the training that I like, but you could prevent that and you could force the learners to have to step through every slide sequentially. You can even completely hide the slideshow navigation menu so that they have no visibility of where they are in the context of the training. However, for the demo, I'd like to be able to jump around. So you can see here we've set up a procedure for fire and smoke. We've got medical emergency, bomb threat, of course. As part of the general training, we also like to include the emergency control organization hierarchy. So for example, who the first aid officer is and how they're identified. But the most site-specific part of this training is actually the interactive floor plan. So this is how we overcome the requirement to do a practical walkthrough of the building prior to somebody starting work. So you can see here, I've got a floor plan of the administration building that I can zoom right in onto. And then I can actually click anywhere on the floor plan and it'll show me the safest evacuation route out of the building. And that goes for all rooms and all parts of the building. As I step through the floor plan, I'm presented with the site plan that includes the location of the assembly area, which I can click on. It'll show me a photo of what the assembly area looks like and dot point instruction on what to do as an occupant when I arrive at the assembly area. As I proceed to step through the interactive floor plan, I'll be presented with the location of different fire and safety reference points. Here you can see we're looking at the location of the first aid kit, a bit of a descriptor of what the first aid kit is and what it looks like, what the evacuation tones are for the facility. Here we have the alert tone and the evacuation tone, which sounds something like this. We've got the location of where the evacuation signs are installed, where the warden station is. This building has an emergency warning system, so we've highlighted the location of that here. There's a whip phone, the exit signage, of course, where the emergency door releases are located, the emergency strobe lights, and of course the fire extinguishers. So to this point, the learner receives the instructional video content on how to use the fire equipment that's installed in their building. So if it's not obvious enough, the learners are only presented with information that is relevant to them and nothing else. So you're not wasting any time showing information that doesn't apply.
How to use a dry powder extinguisher. This is a dry powder extinguisher, sometimes referred to as a dry chemical extinguisher. It is easily identified by its color, red with a white band. It contains a powdered substance that when...
So once you get to the end of the training content, you're presented with a declaration. The declaration is just to confirm that you've viewed and understood all of the content that's been provided to you. And followed by this, you receive a quick 10-question assessment. So I'll quickly go through and try and answer all of these correct. What color band identifies a dry chemical extinguisher? That is white. A dry chemical extinguisher is sometimes referred to as CO2. That is false. Indicate which of the following statements is true. All workers should know where fire extinguishers are. When dialing 000, your call will go directly to an operator. What color bands do you commonly see on a fire extinguisher? Blue, black, white. Operating an emergency door release will automatically notify the fire service is false. Evacuation signs are wall-mounted diagrams and procedures designed to assist people. That is true. The PASS acronym is used to assist in remembering the correct use of a fire extinguisher. Which statement is true? You need to aim the nozzle. When evacuating, you should not change from the normal evacuation route. And which statement is correct? You must ensure that the control valve is fully on before proceeding to the fire. So in this example, I've got one question wrong. So this is another example of where PlanSafe is completely customizable. We can change what the behavior is if somebody gets an answer incorrect. We can force them to reattempt the assessment, or we can accept 2 or 3 questions wrong depending on the pass mark that we set. In this example, I need to reattempt. So I'll quickly do that now. I'll redo the declaration. And I will quickly go through these. Now I should have got all of the questions correct. So you can see that I've passed, and now I can return back to the training dashboard. So you can see now my general and first response instruction for the administration center is completed just now and not due again until the 10th of March in 2023. So 2 weeks prior to this, PlanSafe will automatically send me a training reminder to say that my training is coming up to being due. That again is configurable, as well as the intervals that this training is due. It could be monthly, annually, biannually. We could send the training reminder 3 weeks before being due, a month, 6 months. All of that can be customized in the administration dashboard. So of course, behind this learner interface, there's a complete administration dashboard where administrators can generate reports, manage who the fire wardens are, download evacuation diagrams, and view a compliance dashboard. So we'll have a separate webinar available which covers the administration dashboard in more detail. But this concludes my quick demonstration of how PlanSafe works from the learner's point of view. So if you're struggling to keep on top of compliance for your buildings, please reach out to Locatrix for a more personalized demonstration of how PlanSafe can be customized for your needs. All right, thanks guys.